Good day, everyone, and a warm welcome to our second last webinar in the series of 6. Next week, Wednesday, will be the last one. It's great to see you again. Those of you joining for the first time, my name is Lizette de Villiers. I will be co-presenter today, and Pieter de Villiers will also be presenting. And we also have Charmaine Kokait. She's part of our Shadowmatch team, responsible for all the coaches support. So she will also be sharing some of her screen and sharing some of her knowledge with us today. So thank you very much to you as well, Charmaine. Just for those of you that might be joining for the first time, you would have noticed that we are recording the session. The recordings for the previous 4 sessions are also available. So if you have missed the recordings and missed the emails that we sent the following day with the recording, it means that we do not have your email address. So if you are listening now and you say that I have not received it, please share your email address with Charmaine or with Pieter in the chat so that we have your email address. It's sometimes difficult for us to marry the name on the screen to the email addresses that we have on record. And that's why we miss you, not because we don't want to send to you, just because we can't marry your name to one of the email addresses we have. So those joining for the first time and you have missed the previous 4 sessions, please don't worry. You will quickly catch up. Let us know, and we will also send you the recordings so that you have the full series of the webinars available. And as I said, next week will be the last one in the series of 6. So the process for today is today's session is all about the Shadowmatch coaching platform. So I'm going to take you through the system, what is available, how do you sign up as coach on a high level, how the pricing works. Charmaine will also share some of her information when we get to that point in the presentation. And then Pieter will then talk about what we are going to do next week in the last webinar in the series. So that's the flow of today. And then obviously, like always, at the end of the presentation, we will allow you to unmute your microphone, and then you are welcome to take part in a question and answer session. In the meantime, if you do have a burning issue or a question or just a comment, please feel free to make use of the chat and post your comments and your questions in the chat. Let me jump right in. So I'm going to share my screen. So dear coaches and potential coaches, everybody joining our session today, this is the Shadowmatch coaching platform landing page. So those of you that have already browsed and navigated to this page, well done. Then you've obviously browsed and see what is available on this page. But for those of you seeing it for the first time, this is the page with all the information, shadowmatchcoaching.com. So on this page, you can read about the coaching principles. And obviously for time today, I'm not going to go into all the detail. I'm just going to show you how to navigate and where to find what, so that after the session today, you're welcome to go and browse. And then all the coaching programs that we have available, you can see them on the drop-down list here. We have career coaching, study method coaching, fulfillment coaching, personal development coaching. This is coaching where we develop a specific habit for a specific purpose. So those coaching programs under the personal development coaching program will focus on one habit and develop that habit for a specific purpose, as I said. And then we have relationship coaching. Now, for all these programs, if you navigate to that specific page, you just click on it. It will take you to the page where you will find all the information with regards to career coaching. In this case, there's a video that you can watch. You can download an example report. In this case, it will be the career report. And then you can also download the outline or the program outline. This is then the case for all the various coaching programs. So if you, for example, go to the relationship coaching, exactly the same format, video, an example report of a relationship report, as well as the program outline that you can download. So this is valuable information if you are new and you have not yet navigated or used the coaching platform. This is where you'll find a lot of information with regards to what we cover and what's the content of these various programs. Now, what you will also find on this system, let me just go back to the home page. What you will also find on this landing page is if you scroll down to how it works, there's a demonstration video. I think it's about a 20-minute video. And that demonstration video is where we show you practically how the coaching platform works, the process between coach and client or coachee, and what's the content and the format that we follow with regards to the content on the live coaching platform. So please watch this video. It will give you a lot of information. And then lastly, on this page, there's also, well, second to last, there's some other information webinars. And then there's also a calculator where you can calculate how the pricing will work. Now, before I open the calculator, how does the pricing work? When you sign up as coach, and I will take you through that process as well, you have to activate one coaching program to be an active coach. So your sign up requires a payment, and that payment gives you access to one active coaching program. Now, obviously, the pricing will differ from country to country. So if you are in South Africa, there's a specific price, and we price it in US dollars. If you are in the United States, the price will differ slightly, just because it's the United States and not South Africa. But those prices you will obviously see, and the system will automatically adjust itself to where you are located. So if you are in the US and you sign up to become a coach, it will automatically populate the prices applicable for the US, and the same then for the UK and other parts in the world. So because I'm in South Africa and the system recognizes that I'm located in South Africa, if I now go to view calculator, it will obviously populate the South African prices. And here I can see that if I want only one coaching program, it will cost me $9 per month. If I say no, I've got 5 clients that I want to coach, it's going to cost me $45.02 per month. So you need at least one program to activate your coaching platform, but that happens automatically. No need to stress. As you sign up as coach, this is automatically the process. The process automatically happens, and it will guide you through the process. But the $9 per month gives you access to one active coaching program. But wait, there's more. It gives you access to all the training content and all the functionalities on the coaching platform. So the $9 per month gives you access to everything, and I'm going to show you what is available on the coaching platform, as well as gives you that one active program that you can use to coach a client. So this is where you can calculate what it will cost you. And then lastly, on this landing page or this information page, if you decide you like what you see, you really want to sign up as coach, and you can do that at any point in time. It's an automated process. You will navigate your way to sign up as coach at the top of this page, or alternatively at the bottom of the page, sign up as coach. So let me click on that. So the moment you say, I want to sign up as coach, it will ask you for your email address. So I'm now going to put an email address. If you click next, the system will obviously recognize that this email address has not previously used the system. And now it will ask me, we need some information. What's your first name, your last name, your gender, the country that you reside in, your province, your city. Now, obviously, this is pre-populated for me. We want to know your age range. You can also decide not to share that. Then the system will ask you to set a password and to confirm that password. And then, were you referred by anyone? So if you are currently joining today and somebody that's already a Shadowmatch coach said to you, hey, please join these sessions, I really think this will be of value to you, then that person that invited you, you can capture their email address in this space. Then you can accept the terms and conditions, and then you sign up. So let me just complete these fields because I would like to show you what will happen. Let me just do that. Gender, female, let's say year of birth, let's say I don't want to share my age just to save some time. I do a password, I confirm my password. Okay, let's just do this properly, otherwise it will prompt me. Ooh, they must match. Okay, let's hope they match now. That looks like it. Great. So I accept the terms and conditions, and then I say sign up. Now, what's going to happen now is the system is now going to say, okay, how many coaching programs do you need? You have to choose one. You can see that I can't sign up with no coaching program. So I choose one, and this is what I want you to see. Now it says, okay, great, PayPal or debit or credit card. So all the payments we collect for use of the coaching program and for use of these coaching, for the use of the coaching platform will run through PayPal. So you can either link your debit or credit card, but the debit or credit card will also collect the payments via the PayPal system. This I'm not going to do live because PayPal has security checks and it will not show my screen, so it's just pointless to show. But this is then what you will do. You will then choose either one, and the moment you do that, it will activate your coaching program. So what I would like to do is I'm going to log into a coaching platform that is already active so that I can show you what is available for a coach on the live coaching platform. So let me go back to shadowmatchcoaching.com. And let me log in as an active coach. Just get that email address out of the way. Coaching@shadowmatch.com. Great. Let's log in. Oh. No. Not correct. I must have typed something incorrectly. So let me just do this again. shadowmatchcoaching.com. There you are. I'm signed in. This is the coaching platform. This is the live coaching platform that you see. And this is what all our coaches use to do their coaching. So I would like to take you through what is available on this coaching platform. Let's start at the top. So obviously the home page. On your landing page or your home page, you will see client updates. So if one of your clients who's busy with the coaching program submits their homework, you will see that there's an update from the client and it will appear there. Any updates from ShadowMatch? Now you can see it says an event is in progress. That means we are currently busy with this webinar. This was available on the coaching calendar. If I click on updates from ShadowMatch, it will load all the ShadowMatch coaching events for the year. So you will see next week, the 12th of March at 5 p.m., it will be our last session in this series. And then on the 2nd of April at 3 p.m. South African Standard Time is our next Coaches Q&A. Now let me just pause for a moment. Every month, the first Wednesday of the month, we have a live webinar, 3 to 4 p.m. South African Standard Time, where we answer any questions from coaches. Now those questions can be related to using or navigating the coaching platform. It can be related to, I'm struggling with a client, help me. It can be related to questions with regards to some of the coaching programs or the PDPs. So any question from a coach, they can present in that question and answer session, and we will answer the questions and help them. And the coaches can also obviously help each other and learn from one another. So you can see that's available. And if you decide you want to join that session, you merely click on it and the Zoom link is there. So no need to register or you really go to your platform, you click on the link and you join the session live on the 2nd of April or whichever date you then choose. So that's what you have under the updates from ShadowMatch. And then on your landing page, there are coaching requests. I'll get back to this a bit later, but if you sign up as a coach, you use the platform, you have the option to make yourself available on a platform where the public can see that you are a coach and they can then decide to make use of your coaching services. If somebody from wherever clicks on your name on that platform, which I'll demonstrate a bit later, and they send you a request for coaching, this is where you will find those requests. Great, there's no request currently, but this is where you will find it. And all of this is also explained quite nicely in the training when you sign up as a coach. Now, you'll see at the top of the screen, if you have a practice. Now, a practice is where you are the main coach or the head coach, and you have various other coaches that work with you within a practice. Then you set up a practice. I'm not going to spend too much time on that today. It's also an automated process, but if one of you are interested and you do sign up and you have a need to sign up a practice, we will gladly help you if you get stuck. This is where you will see a list of all your clients. You can also see, if you look at my left navigation panel, a list of my clients are also populated there. But this is where I can see who are my clients and what are their active coaching programs that they are currently busy with. The coach training tab, this is an important one because this is where you will find all the training that you need. Now, keep in mind, dear coaches and future coaches, that you don't have to do any training. You can sign up and immediately start coaching. But if you do feel that you need a little bit more knowledge, or you really want to underpin yourself with regards to the principles and the underlying principles of Shadowmatch, then you might want to do the training. There's a lovely short video, 10 coaching tips. When you start using it, helps you to just find your way and to take note of these 10 important things. Then if you scroll down, you can download our latest publication. This is a book explaining the theory and the thinking behind Shadowmatch and the underlying principles. And then all the training videos and the audio and the downloadable brochures populate. So there's a lot of them. Understanding Shadowmatch, you can see where it says watch, obviously it's a video. Then understanding the stress mapper, a video. The coaching process, there are some audio files, there are some brochures as well as videos. Then the career coaching, the study method coaching, the fulfillment coaching, the PDP coaching, the relationship coaching, all of those training materials available. And then at the bottom of this page, the question and answer sessions. Now, I've already spoken about that. So all the sessions that we've had since we started with this coaching platform and coaches using the system, all those question and answer sessions we've recorded, and they are indexed and available here. So if you are busy coaching and you get stuck and you say, but which coaching program should I choose for this client? There's a question and answer session that you can listen to, and that will guide you. If you want to know more about a benchmark, if you get stuck with regards to relationship coaching, so you can see that there's a lot of these sessions. They're all about 45 minutes to an hour in their duration, and they're available to you all for that $9 if you are in South Africa. All of this is available for that $9 per month. And then added to that $9, all the training, you also get obviously your one coaching program that you can use. But there's something else. You can, if you sign up, decide that you would like to do the coaching certificate training. You will see at the top right of my screen, I'm interested in obtaining my coaching certificates. Now we have 3 certificates that you can enroll for. There's the coaching certificate. That's the first series and the first certificates. There are 10 modules. Then there's the advanced coaching and the post-advanced. And each of these certificates have 10 modules each. They will help you if you really want to get to know Shadowmatch inside out, the coaching programs, how you interpret the results page, how do you work with a client that went through trauma, and. You will find all of this in these coaching training sessions. Not compulsory, but definitely something that I would recommend if you really want to know how the Shadowmatch system works and how the Shadowmatch, understanding the habits and dealing with a client in coaching, as well as the coaching programs. Then you have the marketing material, also available for your $9 in South Africa, and obviously in the US a bit of a different fee. All these materials you can either have a video or a brochure that you can download that you can use in marketing your services to your clients. So this marketing material is available to everyone. And then lastly, the last 2 tabs at the top, refer a coach. So if you are working as a coach and you say, wow, this is an amazing platform, I know of a few other people that can also make use of this, very valuable for their coaching clients, you can click on refer a coach, and you can then type name, email address, a personalized message, preview the email, and then send that email to this person that you have in mind to also become a coach. Why and what happens then? If you refer someone and they sign up through the link that you've sent them to also become an active coach, you as a coach earn 25% commission on all the coaching programs and all the Shadowmatch reports that they use on their coaching platform. Obviously, all their information stays confidential. All your information about your clients stay confidential. But the fact that you've referred them and they've signed up earns you a commission of 25%, and that commission is paid monthly into your PayPal account. And then lastly, probably the most important, especially for new coaches signing up, is the accounts page. Now, this is the page where you manage your Shadowmatch coaching platform and your account. So let me click on that. So obviously, I'm going to go to the account page just now. Let me look at the right navigation panel. You can upload your photograph. And then you can upload all your details. Now, if I click on edit, it will allow me to change the name, my location, my email address. There's a personal web page slug. What is this for those of you that don't know? This is a personal link. If I send this link to my clients and they click that link, they will get to my personal coaching page where I market my coaching services. And I will show you where that comes in play. And then obviously you can load all your, if you want to, you can load your social media handles. The important thing I want to note here, let me just click my edit button so that this comes alive. Can you see I can load all my social media handles? The important thing here is if I want to be visible on the Find a Coach page, I need to tick that box. I need to select that. I need to do that, and then I need to save. What does this mean? We have a page, shadowmatchcoaches.com. I'm going to open that page, shadowmatchcoaches.com. So all the active coaches that have selected to tick that box will appear on this page. This is the page that is available to anybody to see. And this is where people can scroll and can decide, you know what, I need a coach. Who resonates with me? What coaching does this person do? And this is where you can then say, okay, but I would like to contact this person. I can view more and I can contact them and send them a message. If this is not selected, you will not be visible on that page. Now this coach's page, it runs with a randomizer, so not the same person will appear on top. Every day it changes, so you might see your name on top today and tomorrow you don't. It's to give all the coaches a fair chance to be seen at the top of the list, so that when somebody from the public goes to Shadow Match Coaches, they can obviously then not only just always just see the same person at the top of this page. Great. Let me cancel. The last thing that's quite important on this accounts page, dear coaches and future coaches, is this My Account section in the middle of the page, or the main portion of this page. This is where you upgrade and downgrade the amount of coaching programs that you have active. Now you can see currently there are 4 active programs. And if you look at the left of my screen, I have 4 active clients. If I now want to sign up a new client, I need an active program. So I will then go and say, I would like to upgrade to 5 or to 6 or to 7 programs. Upgrade, however many programs I need. You'll see that it calculates my price. I upgrade, and then on the next payment run in PayPal, it will then take those funds. It's quite important, and I know this is maybe a little bit premature to share this information, but if I archive one of these clients, let's say Alice Adams is finished with her coaching program and I archive her as a client. In other words, I take her out of my active. It does not automatically downgrade my subscription. It just makes that program available to use for someone else. So we've had in the past where people archive and then they still pay the monthly subscription, and then they want to know why. Because you haven't downgraded your subscription. To pay less, you need to downgrade your subscription. But those are all things that you can ask us when you go live if you get stuck. What I would like to do now is really just a high-level overview of the coaching platform. So what I would like to do now is go back to my home page. You will see if you look at the left navigation panel, there's an option right on top, New Client Reports Only. When you become an active coach and you use the coaching platform, you have the opportunity to also just send Shadow Match reports to individuals. What does that mean? You don't sign a client up for a coaching program. You might be at a function or a social event and you speak to someone and they say, yes, you know what, my child is in matric and they need to make a career decision. You can say, but hey, you know what, I can send that client of yours or that son of yours a career report. What will you do? You will sign into your coaching platform. You will click on reports only, because this child has not signed up for coaching, but the parent wants to look at a career report and get career guidance for this child. So you'll put the email address, the first name, the last name of that specific person, and you will then choose career report. Type an additional message, and the moment you do that, you will see that the system calculates a cost. And that needs to be paid through PayPal. I haven't completed all the fields, but the moment I complete all the fields, the system will then tell me the cost. I, as coach, pay that cost through PayPal, and the moment it's paid, it sends the link to the individual that I have requested this career report for. And there it ends. So this is a very nice functionality for coaches to send reports where they see that there's a need, but one step further. If they see that there's a potential client for coaching, but the client is not yet sure, the coach is maybe not yet sure, send the report, let them complete Shadow Match, let them get the report, let them read through the report. Maybe you do a debrief session, work through the report, and then maybe that becomes a potential coaching client. Because with a career, for example, once the individual gets the career report, reads through the career report, they might want to say, but can you help me? Yes, as a coach, I can. Let's go through career coaching. So sending the reports only is a very affordable option to market for potential coaching clients. What you have as well is you then have the option to invite a new client for coaching. Now and this is primarily what you will use your coaching platform for, is for coaching. So let's invite a new client. So let's put an email address, charmaine@pieterdeviliers.co.za. First name, Charmaine. And let's say, got one program available. Can you see the system is clever? It tells me I've got one program available. If I didn't have a program available, it would have notified me that you first need to upgrade on the page I've just shown you under the accounts before you could actually now send this invitation. So luckily I've got one program available. So Charmaine, we're going to do fulfillment coaching. And I type the additional message. Let's say, just say as discussed for now. And now I send this invitation to Charmaine. Let's wait for it to submit. Can you see invitation successfully sent? Before I ask Charmaine to share her screen, I just want to show you that I can now manage the invitations. So can you see now it says there's one invitation. If I go to manage invitations, it shows me I've sent Charmaine an invitation for fulfillment coaching. Maybe Charmaine says, hey, I'm not ready yet. I need to think about this first. Now I can remove that. Why would I remove it? Because that one program that I have available is now taken up because it's waiting for Charmaine. If I remove it, that one program becomes available again and I can allocate that to a next potential client. So Charmaine, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop share my screen just for you to show the audience what that invitation looks like. And then you can hand back to me. Thanks.
Thank you, Lizzie. Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my screen now just to show you where the request lies. I hope I'm sharing the right one. That's right. Can you see my screen?
It's still loading, Charmaine. It will be there in a moment. There you are. Yes, we can. Thanks.
So it's in my inbox. So I'm just going there. And this is the message that it populates on my side. And then if you want to accept the coaching, you just click on accept coaching program. There we go. So now it's asking me to complete the worksheet. So you can just read through it and then accept and then proceed. And then you can start your worksheet. But if you want, Lizette, I can maybe just show it on my portal, maybe. And then I could just see how, if you can't find it in here, you can always go into shadowmatch.com and then just look for your, sorry, it's my admin portal. Just waiting for my portal to load. And this is now on my portal. So everybody gets their own my portal where the coachee will do their training. And you can see that this populates there and it says start new worksheet. And then you can just start on your side. All right. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Charmaine. So what you saw on Charmaine's screen is she gets the invitation because she has not done a Shadow Match worksheet or because she doesn't have a recent Shadow Match worksheet. The system asks her to first now do a worksheet. if you're working with a client that already has a recent Shadow Match worksheet completed, the moment they accept the coaching, it will start with the coaching program. So obviously the system has the intelligence to check, does she have a worksheet? No, she doesn't, or she has an old worksheet, and then it will prompt her. If they don't get the email as Charmaine demonstrated, they can go with their email address to shadowmatch.co.za. It will take them straight to their Shadowmatch portal. How do they have a portal? The fact that they've been invited to a coaching program automatically creates a Shadowmatch personal portal. And this is where they can also grab that worksheet completed. And then on their Shadowmatch portal, which Charmaine demonstrated, this is where they will then obviously then do their coaching homework and submit their homework. And I'll show you now what I refer to when I talk about the homework. Thank you, Charmaine. I'm going to share my screen again. So great. Thanks, Charmaine. You've accepted that. We will start with the coaching soon. Let me go to my clients. Let me go to my list of clients. Great. What I would like to show you now is how the coaching program with regards to an active program with a client actually works. So I've got a few clients here. Let's choose Jane Jordan just for the sake of our demonstration. She's on fulfillment coaching. So let's click on her name. Now, in the moment I click on Jane's name, you will see that it opens up all her reports, everything I need to know. And on the left navigation panel under Jane Jordan, her profile, her Shadow Match full report, her time graph, and the fulfillment coaching. Why the full report? Because the full report is the Shadow Match habit report that we use, and that informs the coaching program. If there's a person like, let me just jump to Alice Adams. She's on study method coaching. So you will see if you look at the left navigation panel, for Alice, we have the Shadow Match full report, but we also have the study method report because that informs the Shadow Match study method coaching. So let me jump back to Jane Jordan. So Jane Jordan is busy with fulfillment coaching. Now, I want you to show you how intuitive and how practical this coaching program is and how it helps you as coach to navigate your way without having to spend too much time on preparing for a coaching session. Now, she's currently on phase 4. I can, at any point in time, navigate back to any of the other phases. So if we go back to phase 1, where Jane started her coaching, you can see that there was additional reading for me as coach. This helps me to prepare for my session. And then there's mind work. This is visible to the coach and the client. Now, the mind work is the homework that the client does in preparation for the first coaching session. So if we open this, you can see that there's a whole explanation of this is what you need to do when you think about this homework in preparation for your session with your coach. Jane submitted her mind work. Then for the meeting, for the first coaching session, there's a meet section. This is just visible to me as coach. This helps me as coach to prepare for our first meeting. And then the next section that we activate during our first coaching session in the discussion is the move section. Basically our action plan for what we've discussed during this first phase of the coaching. Jane completed her move section. The moment it's completed, we can activate the next phase. Then we can schedule appointments. When is the next appointment? Now, this is obviously completed already because I've navigated back to phase 1. For every phase, I can make some notes. You can see it's only available to the coach. This is where I can keep notes about our discussion. Remember, Jane said this so that I can check again in our next session. Jane, you mentioned this. How's it going? So I make some notes. I can save it. And then there's a performance evaluation that I can do for each of the phases. This performance evaluation says, during my session with the client or the coachee, how actively did they participate? I can rate the person. Pace of work and meeting her deadlines, preparation for the work session, implementation of her actions, and providing tangible proof of implementation that is actually credible. This is very valuable if you do corporate coaching or if you coach clients in a corporate environment, because it's almost necessary to do a management report. And if a client is not progressing the way that you envisage them to progress, and you are worried that management is going to see they don't see progress, and you keep close tabs on their performance, you can export this performance evaluation. As you progress through the phases, it actually gives you a graph with all the information, and you can present that as part of your management report with regards to the progress of the people that you are coaching. Now, obviously, you can see there's the graph and there's the performance rating. It gives the overall performance score, and this is all downloadable and extractable into a report that you can then present to management. So let's just go back. So this was now, I navigated back to phase 1 just to show you what it looks like. All the phases work in exactly the same format. There's a mind phase. This is the homework and prompting the client. What do you need to think about? What do you need to prepare for your coaching session? Then you can schedule the meeting or reschedule the meeting. There's a section for the coach to prepare for the meeting. And then there's the move section, the appointments, coaching notes, and the performance evaluation. So all the programs, dear delegates or participants, whether it's the fulfillment coaching, whether it is actually the study method coaching, follow exactly the same template. There's a mind section, there's a meet section, there's a move section, and then obviously I schedule the appointments, the notes, and the performance evaluation. So this is the format and the principles we follow for all the coaching programs. What's the mind work you need to do as a client? What do I prepare for the meeting when we get together as a coach? What actions do we take? That's the move section. And then make my coaching notes and do a performance evaluation. So what I would like to show you lastly, this is obviously now I'm not going to go through any more detail. I think you've got a good idea. The section on the shadowmatchcoaching.com, that demonstration video also takes you through all of this, and the information webinars with more information also helps you to understand the practicality from the coach and the client side. What I would like to show you now is, obviously, we've spoken about this page, the Shadowmatch Coaches, where you can find a coach, where people can find a coach, where you can actually display your services if you select to be visible to public. And then there's a website, and the URL is displayed on screen now, whycoaching.com. This is a website for the individual. So if you as coach want to market your services, or you want to just send individuals to a page where they can find more information with regards to coaching, this is where you will send them to, www.whycoaching.com. On this site, it obviously gives a little bit of a description, and then it says, life can be tough, but life is also good. These are 2 videos, very short, 2 to 3 minutes in their time duration, talking to both types of clients, because we have clients that need coaching because they really experience life to be tough. This video says life is tough. A coach can help you pull through. This video says, but you know what? Life is not tough for me. What if life is really good and you're successful and you're already in a successful career? You can also do with a coach. Pro golfers have a coach. Pro tennis players have a coach. So people don't necessarily have to go through a tough time to get a coach. A coach can help you get to the next level in your career, or to the next level in your already successful life. So these 2 videos help position the coaching for either side of the continuum, whether it's somebody that struggles or somebody that's already successful. From this page, anybody can find a coach. So if I click on that button, it will take me to that page where all the coaches are displayed. There are some testimonials that your client or your potential client can read so that they can understand what's the benefit and the value to them to go through a coaching program. And then again, a call to action button at the bottom, find a coach. So this is available for you to use when you want to market the Shadowmatch coaching or your own coaching services then to a client. I think that is probably the last important thing that I had on my list. I'm going to now end and then hand to Peter. Peter, you're welcome to then add or elaborate and then maybe just discuss next week. And then you can hand back to me and we can then allow for some questions. Thank you, Peter. Then over to you.
Thanks, Lisette. Welcome, everybody. What next week will be the last in the series of 6. Let me just repeat. Why do we do this? Because we want people to take an informed decision when they become coaches. being a coach is a wonderful life. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. And one must actually look at the value of a life as a coach in a very holistic way. Setting your own timelines, being your own boss, living your own life, and changing the lives of people around you to be better and to be positive is probably one of the most fulfilling things that one can do. But it's not for everybody. Remember that we started with, this is not for everybody. But and this is my problem with the coaching industry and the business of coaching is we sell training. But we never tell people that this is actually, if you're trained, you don't have a business. You must have customers. So my approach is to turn the thing around. Sign up get a customer first. Now, the reason why the platform provides you with the mechanics to become a coach without any official coach training is all the things that Lizette showed you are on the system. So the mind work is being given to you by the system. The system says to your client, for your first coaching session with your coach, do this and capture it on the system. Once it's been captured, the system will let you know your client has done their mind work. Please make an appointment with them. Then you make an appointment with them, and the system then says, here is your guideline. Stick to this discussion with your client and be careful because the discussion might go into the wrong direction. Just hold it to this point. And then the next phase of the discussion is you must get your client to take action for the next timeline between now and their next coaching. So they must do something. Remember, this is behavioral coaching. It's not philosophical coaching or something like that. It's hard behavioral coaching. So everything is provided to you as a coach. You don't need the training to be a specialist coach, but there's a new way of training. And this is all because of ChatGPT and all the other 100 large language model engines, these artificial intelligent engines. Knowledge is not, it will very soon not be as critical as we think it is, because you can ask these engines anything and they answer the question. So what happens now is they call it incremental training. So you do a job, and when you get to a point where you say, well, I don't know how to deal with this challenge, you train yourself for that challenge, specifically for that challenge, and you move on with the job. And then you get to a point where you say, I haven't seen this before. How do I get around this problem? You train yourself for that moment in the process, and you move on with your work and with your career and with whatever you do. So this is what they call incremental or moment-sensitive training. In other words, you train yourself to deal with a specific moment at that point in time. Now, with Shadowmatch, obviously, we provide the training. If you're a participating coach on the platform and your account is active, all the training is there available. You can train yourself for the next 2 years and you will not run out of training space. We recognize it. Your training certificates can be published on your public profile on findacoach.com. So the certificates are there. There are 3 certificates, as Lizette said, but these are not compulsory training. You can start your training venture by signing up, sign your first client up, and just do what the system tells you to do because everything is there. But if you are a bit, let's say, I don't know if I know how this thing is going to work, and you are a bit not sure yet, sign up and coach yourself. Take that first program and coach yourself. In other words, make yourself the client and the coach so that you see both sides of the process. So the system will handle you as the client and it'll handle you as the coach. and play this game of being the coach and the client with yourself for 3, 4, 5 phases of that coaching program that you select, be it career coaching or study methods or fulfillment or whatever it might be, so that you get the drift of the thing. Then either complete the process or archive that coaching program and sign up somebody new. This is the best way and the most financially affordable way to self-train and use the principle of incremental or moment-sensitive training. Next week, we will talk about training in detail, and then obviously we can handle it from there onwards. Lizette, thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Peter. The last thing I would like to show you, and I had some time now to just navigate to that page before I open the floor for questions. Let me share my screen. I would just like to show you from a client's perspective. Charmaine showed this, but I just want to elaborate on that because Charmaine had to first do the worksheet. This is the personal portal that every individual completing Shadowmatch or signing up for a coaching program will get. Now, on this portal, and Charmaine had that invitation, there's the coaching programs. Now, if I click on that, it will take me to my coaching program that I have live. I'm busy doing career coaching, and obviously this is now for us just to test the system, but I'm doing career coaching with Charmaine, and you can see that I'm currently on phase 3 of 28, and this is what your client will see on their side. Very similar to what you see on your coaching platform. The client sees this as well. Let's just go back to phase 1. So the client has the mind, the move, and the appointments. Can you see the client doesn't have the meet section because that's for the coach. The client doesn't have the coaching notes. The client doesn't have the performance evaluation. Your client has the mind work, and it says prepare for this for the next session with your coach. The mind work where the client then captures their homework and it pulls through to your coaching platform. The move actions that the client takes, they capture this, it pulls through to your coaching side. And then this is where you can schedule the appointments. So I just wanted to close the loop to show you the client, as the coach works on his coaching platform, the client works on their personal portal, and they also do everything electronically, and it pulls through. The moment they submit, it pulls through on your side. You can see the homework that they've done, and you can prepare then for the upcoming session. So let me stop sharing. I'm going to now allow you to unmute your microphone. If you give me a moment. Let me just enable that setting. The setting is now enabled for you to unmute your microphone. I think at this point, before we ask questions, let me just stop the recording and then I will take questions. Thank you.